Building financial foundations for the next generation. Many business owners believe modeling good financial behavior is enough for their kids to learn about money. It's not. Kids might see the results of success, but without direct conversations, they miss the mindset and strategy behind it. Wealth isn't inherited, it's taught. Children often learn about money from peers or social media without guidance, leading to poor habits. To truly pass on a legacy, parents need to be intentional about teaching values, decision-making, and the responsibility that comes with wealth. Age-appropriate financial lessons. Teaching kids about money is tricky because of differences in learning, comprehension, and conceptualization at various ages. Generally speaking, a goal in childhood could be to introduce money as a tool, not just a thing to spend. Talk about and show kids the act of putting money into a piggy bank. As they age, start introducing concepts like setting short-term financial goals. Maybe there's something they want to purchase. From there, encourage them to set longer-term goals and earn money through small jobs and value creation. I don't believe getting paid to clean their room is value creation. There's an important distinction between understanding what value creation is and what's required for cleanliness and respect for others living in the same space. In the later teens, they have a job of some sort. Now the bigger conversations about establishing and managing credit become important. Help them start establishing intentional decisions that align with their goals. Using family businesses as teaching tools. It's hard for a business owner because they may want their kid to work in the business without pay. They might say it's learning the ropes. I would disagree with this approach. Anyone, including the owner's children, who does a job and creates value for the business, should be paid for it. This is not the same as collecting an allowance at home for doing the dishes, which is a requirement. Working at a business is an agreement between the business owner and the employee, not a parent and a child. This concept is often difficult for parents, but it's a great way to teach children skills like time management, negotiations, and what it takes to run a business. Financial literacy and succession planning. Family responsibility is about character, and business value is about competency. When both are taught in isolation, succession gets messy. However, when financial literacy is built early, it becomes the bridge between the two. Early financial literacy lays the foundation for understanding how money works. But more importantly, it teaches decision-making, stewardship, and personal accountability. All of these are essential in preparing the next generation for leadership, not just inheritance. In family businesses, succession isn't just about passing ownership, it's about passing vision, values, and the ability to sustain and grow what's been built. Kids who are financially literate are better equipped to understand risk, opportunity, and the true cost of poor decisions. Common mistakes. When discussing wealth. One of the most common mistakes I see is avoiding the topic altogether out of discomfort or believing that they're not ready. This creates a vacuum where kids fill in the gaps with assumptions, entitlement, or misinformation from peers or social media. Other pitfalls include tying money to self-worth, overexposing them to the perks of wealth they didn't build, using money as a tool for control, and waiting too long to involve them in the conversation. To avoid these mistakes, normalize financial conversations early. Share stories about mistakes. Focus on values, not just value, and make sure they understand that wealth is a tool and stewardship is the goal. Financial literacy and overall development. Financial literacy builds more than money skills. It shapes decision-making, critical thinking, responsibility, and confidence. Kids who understand how money works are better equipped to set goals, weigh consequences, and make intentional choices in all areas of life. It fosters independence and resilience, helping them navigate challenges, avoid debt traps, and recognize opportunities. Ultimately, it's not just about wealth, it's about wisdom. Balancing protection and education. The right balance is transparency with context, not burden. Business owners don't need to share every financial stressor, but shielding kids entirely can backfire. Instead, involve them in age-appropriate conversations that show the effort, thought, and trade-offs behind financial decisions. Let them experience earning, saving, and even small failures. Protect their innocence, not their understanding. When kids see that money is managed, not magical, they're more likely to value, respect, and eventually steward it well. When to start financial discussions. Start sooner than you think, but smaller than you expect. Waiting for the perfect age often leads to missed opportunities. Instead, match involvement to maturity, not age. Focus on teaching mindset and values first. Skills and roles can come later. Let them earn their way into deeper conversations like any other contributor would. Addressing sibling differences. It's not about addressing unequal financial interest or aptitude. It's about openly communicating where each of the siblings is and meeting them where they are as it relates to the business and their personal goals. Having the conversation early helps alleviate animosity between the siblings if one takes over the business. Understanding that one sibling will take over the company does not mean the other sibling or siblings will be cut out of the earnings. This is also why it's essential to establish the appropriate estate plan with agreement on the company's long-term vision. The vision may change depending on how early the conversation is started, but at least everyone is involved. Wealth creation versus preservation. Teaching wealth creation and preservation requires different approaches, but both are essential. Wealth creation is about vision, problem solving, and taking smart risks. It's best taught through hands-on experiences like earning, building, or contributing to a business. Wealth preservation, on the other hand, is rooted in stewardship, discipline, and long-term thinking. It's best taught through intentional conversations about values, planning, and protecting what's been built. The key is balance. Inspire them to create and equip them to preserve.